We finally have the answer to one of the most important questions of our lives. Why were we created? We are in this world because we committed a horrendous crime, and this life is our chance to redeem ourselves and make it back into God's kingdom. It all began a few billion years ago when a feud arose in the heavenly society. This is from the Quran, chapter 38, verse 69. One of the high ranking creatures, Satan, entertained superstitious thoughts that his God given powers qualified him to be a God besides God. He thus challenged God's absolute authority. Not only was Satan's idea blasphemous, it was wrong. Only God and no one else possesses the qualifications and the ability to be a god. Consequent to Satan's blasphemy, a division occurred in the heavenly society, and all constituents of God's kingdom became classified into four categories. Angels are creatures who upheld God's absolute authority. The animals, creatures who rebelled but then accepted God's invitation to repent. Then the jinns are creatures who agreed with Satan that he is capable of being a god besides God. Then we have the humans, creatures who did not make up their minds. They failed to make a firm stand with God's absolute authority. And that's why we're here. The original sin was not Adam's violation of God's law when he ate from the forbidden tree. The original sin was our failure to uphold God's absolute authority during the great feud. Satan's incompetence has already been proven by the prevalence of chaos, disease, disasters, accidents, misery, and war throughout his dominion. On the other hand, the human beings who denounce Satan uphold God's absolute authority and refrain from idolizing powerless and dead creatures like Jesus and Muhammad are restored to God's protection. They enjoy a perfect life here in this world and forever.